Hey, what's up, guys? Kyle Young back in the video, and today I want to do my Broncos strengths and weaknesses going into Week 15. So, we're at home. We host against the Packers. We host the Packers at home at Mile High, in Power Field at Mile High. So, what we need to do in the fixes. Last week there, mostly in the fixes there. We need to mostly get the defense more involved this week and mostly in the fixes there. We need to mostly get them in the fall more involved in the practice mode there. Try to get Jonathan Cooper more involved this week. Try to get Nick Benito more involved this week there. We really need to pressure Bo Nix in the practice mode there. So we can actually get the defense more uncomfortable there. We mostly need to practice our zones there. We also need to practice our blitzes there. Mostly going into this week. Last week there, in that first drive there, we technically left an egg there. We technically left an egg last week, and technically we really need to fix that going into this week there, because Geno Smith there, he was kind of burning us last week there, but we still got the sacks off of him. It's not really going to happen this week against Jordan Love there. Jordan Love knows how to throw the football there. He knows how to sling the rock. So technically, we need to mostly fix that there. For the running game there, we need to get Harvey and McLaughlin and Tyler Bidet involved in the running game in the practice mode. Mostly last week there, Harvey did pretty well last week. He did pretty well. I like what Harvey did last week. He actually moved there. He actually moved the sticks there. He moved the execution there. So we need to show what really needs to actually happen with this game there. So we need to mostly execute it there and mostly show it there and stuff. So, yeah, that's mostly in the fixes. So let's go into the game there. So we host the Packers at Mile High. Mostly we host the Packers there in Power Field at Mile High. So what we need to do in this game. What we need to do in this game there on the offensive side. So for the offensive side there, we really need to protect Bo Nix there. Michael Parsons there. We need to watch him there. We need to watch out for Michael Parsons, whatever he fucking does there. Have Garrett Bowles locking down Michael Parsons there. So we need to mostly have Garrett Bowles there locking down Michael Parsons there, because Parsons there is the one guy I think that he might be more of a threat there. And I'm kind of a little bit worried, mostly going against Michael Parsons this week there. But yes, we need Bulls on him the whole fucking time there and lock him down. We need Bulls to lock down Michael Parsons there and not let him go through there. So that's what we need to do on the fence there. So mostly for Bone there, mostly for the running game there, what the Packers are actually weak against. This might be another tough one. They're pretty strong. Mostly you want to keep Michael Parsons out of the game in a way. So mostly I'm going to say the Packers are technically weak against the run game in a way. Mostly we've been kind of lacking on the run game there. But I think they're kind of weak on the run game because we need to take Michael Parsons out of the game there. So how we're going to mostly take him out, we need to use the run game there. Officially there, use RJ Harvey there, use Tyler Bidet, and use Jermaine McLaughlin there. Mostly use those guys there to mostly move the ball there. Try to find some holes there, try to find some pockets there, and move the sticks there. We need to move the ball, get first downs, and executing the play there. We need to move the sticks there and mostly punch it in there. We need to mostly move the ball there. Because that will technically take Michael Parsons out of the game. That will technically take him out of the game there if we actually move the ball there and actually run the ball. Because mostly if we're going to throw it, we really need to protect Nix there. Also, we really need to protect Nix and not let him get hit there in this game. So, mostly if we're going to throw the football there, So mostly if that's what we're going to do on our running game. Mostly if we're going to try to throw the football there, uh, try to find Pat Bryan. So Pat Bryan there, find him there, get him the targets there, find him there, and try to get first downs. Have little Jordan Humphrey and Pat Bryan there to mostly throw the football there and mostly executed the Packers exploits there. So we need to mostly throw the football there. If we're going to try to throw the football there, we need to find Pat Bryan in the flat there, or we need to find Pat Bryan in the flat there, or we need to find Tyler Bidet, or not really Tyler Bidet, but we need to find them there. Feed the ball to Cortland Sutton. That's what we need to do. We need to feed the ball to Cortland Sutton there. Sutton's your number one. It's our number one WR. We need to feed him the ball there because mostly Cortland, he can actually catch on the flat there. He can catch on the route there. We need to feed him the ball there and execute it, move the ball on him, and not let him get the not let him mostly execute it and then not mostly loss of downs there. So we need to move the ball, move the sticks there. We need to mostly move the ball and punch it in the red zone. So I'm going to say this every week. We need to move the sticks. We need to move the sticks there. If we don't move the sticks there, they're gonna mostly get us in 3 and out and stuff like that. And knowing Michael Parsons, he knows how to do 3 and outs pretty well. So technically, we need to move the fucking sticks there. Get first downs, move the sticks, punch it in the red zone because that's what we need to do there. If we want to beat this Packers team there, we need to punch it in the red zone. We need to punch it in the red zone there and not let them get in the time of the ball and the possession there. We need to find our tight ends there. Our tight ends are really good there. Find Troutman, find Ingram there. Find those guys, executing the play, and punch it in the red zone. We need to punch it in the red zone there because if we don't punch it in the red zone, they're mostly going to execute that and make us look silly there. So we need to mostly do that there and mostly punch it in the red zone. We need to move the sticks, get first down, protect Bo Nix, and that's what we need to do in this game there. On the offensive side. If we want to win in the offensive side, we need to move down the field, mostly execute it, move the sticks, punch it in the red zone. That's what we need to do on the offensive side. For the defensive side, we're mostly facing Jordan Love. So Jordan Love there, he knows how to swing the rock there, and he knows how to mostly pressure him. So mostly for Jordan Love there, we need to mostly pressure him there, get him in the 2-minute clutch. Get him in the 2-minute clutch there. He sucks in the 2-minute clutch. He is not really that good in the 2-minute clutch there. Let's get him in the 2-minute clutch there and mostly pressure him there, and that's what we need to do. And also have Jonathan Cooper, have Nick Bonito, chasing after Love all day, giving him the lot of the pressure there, and put his ass on the ground. Put Jordan Love on the fucking ground there, because if we don't put Jordan Love on the ground, he's mostly going to swing the rock there. So we need to follow him wherever he goes. Have Benito and have Cooper on him the whole fucking time. Do not let him get comfortable in the pocket there, because that's where he is usually getting comfortable in. So we need to mostly pressure him there, get him there, take him down, and not let him get there in the stuff. We want him to throw in the 2-minute clutch there. We want to mostly make him throw it in the 2-minute clutch there. If we can actually make him throw in the 2-minute clutch there, we can actually beat him. We can actually beat him there because Love is not that good in the 2-minute clutch. He is not that good in the 2-minute clutch there. So if we can actually do that there in the 2-minute clutch and not make him closing out games there and mostly get him the pressure there, and he's not that good against the 2-minute clutch there. We did the same thing 2 years ago against him. And we got an interception mostly through right to PJ Locke 2 years ago. So we need to mostly pressure him, get him there, put his ass on the ground. I'm going to say this, put Love's ass on the ground. If we can put his ass on the ground there, we can mostly can actually possibly get it on that stuff on the quarterback side. So let's move on to the running back there. Josh Jacobs there. Oh, God. I didn't imagine I had to play this fucker again. Honestly, I thought we were done with this guy. But he is playing for the Packers, though. He's been pretty good the last couple games there. He's been pretty good. He's been outstanding there. So how we're mostly gonna stop Josh Jacobs? We need to cram up the middle. He loves to go up the middle there. Some Broncos players kind of know what his style is because he's been playing in Vegas there. So we need to cram up the middle. Do not let him go there. We need to lock him down. Have Greenlaw on his ass there, or have Mathunga on his ass there. Mostly double team fucking Josh Jacobs there, because Josh Jacobs, he knows how to run there. He knows how to get that. He knows how to bulldozer people down. So have Greenlaw on him the whole time there. Lock him down. Do not let him fucking go there. Do not let Josh Jacobs go. And we can actually possibly going to beat him in the running game there, because this dude there, he actually gives us fucking, like, I remember when we played against him when he was playing for Vegas, he actually gave us fucking headaches. He gave us headaches there. So we need to mostly have Greenlaw on him there. Do not let him go there, and mostly executing the fucking play there. We need to execute it there. Have Greenlaw on him there, because Greenlaw is a bigger guy. He can actually take down Josh Jacobs. Josh Jacobs is a smaller running back, but he can still run there. He can still break tackles. So we need to watch him there, keep his eyes on them, have Greenlaw lock him down. Have Greenlaw lock him down and cram up the middle, because he's actually good against the middle there. So we need to cram him up there. Do not let him go there, and execute in the play there. So that's what we need to do against Jacobs there. For the wide receivers there, have PS2 going after their number one wide receiver there. Their number one wide receiver there, and I think it's Romeo Doubs. So Dobbs there, he actually is a massive threat there. We need to mostly have PS2 there, lock him down, follow wherever he fucking goes the whole fucking game there, and not let fucking Dobbs go. We can't let fucking Romeo Dobbs go there. Dobbs there, he knows how to get mover quarterbacks there, but mostly if we have Pat Surtain on him there, we can actually possibly going to win this one, because Pat Surtain knows how to lock down the wide receivers there and stuff, and most that's what we need to do. When it's mostly we need to lock him down, not let him execute there, and mostly fending him off there. So that's what we need to do there for Romeo Doubs. We need to lock him down, follow wherever he fucking goes. PS2, that's your job. You have to follow wherever he goes there, and follow him there, and not let him go. Don't let him leave your sight there. Lock him down and not let him execute. So that's what we need to do on the WR. The W2, the WR2, have Riley Moss blocking him there. Riley, you did pretty good the last couple weeks there, and I like what you've been doing there the last couple weeks, and you've been executing that play there. You've been doing really, really good there for mostly locking him down there. So, Riley, you need to lock down the second best wide receiver the Packers actually had there. So you need to lock him down, follow wherever he fucking goes. Do not leave his sight there. If you leave his sight there, he's going to burn you. He is going to burn you there. So you need to lock him down and not let him go. Follow wherever he fucking goes there, and mostly executing the play there, and not fully get going against him and stuff. So we need to mostly execute that there, follow wherever he goes. Riley, your job is mostly locking him down. Do not let him what he wants to do. You lock him down for where he fucking goes, and knock the fucking football down, and technically lock him down and not let him get nowhere. So that's what we need to do on the wide receivers. For the tight ends there, we need Mathunga mostly blocking because Tucker's not in this game. He's out for the rest of the season. So we don't have to worry too much about Tucker. But we have to worry about the backup tight end there. The backup tight end there, he actually has a mover there, so we need to lock him down, mostly keep his eyes on him, and mostly put his ass on the ground. He's not going to be like Brock Bowers we had to face last week there. So we need to have Mathunga there. Mathunga, you're really good against tight ends. You're really good against tight ends there. So you need to lock him down. Do not let him wherever he fucking goes and lock him down. Lock the Packers tight end down there. The backup tight end that they actually have there. We need to lock him down and not let him do whatever he fucking wants to do there. So, because he will definitely burn you if we don't lock him down. We need to lock him down. Follow wherever he goes. Lock him down. Do not let him move the. Do not let him get any. Get close to him. Get fucking close to him there. So yeah, that's what we need to do on the defensive side there. Mostly for the special teams there. Have Marlon Mims there, returning back punts there. He's been doing pretty well there. He did pretty well last week there against the haters. And technically, we need to mostly let him return back punts there because he's been doing pretty well there and executing that play there. So we need to mostly move it there, execute it there. Do not let him go there, and that's what we need to fully do. We need to lock him down. Do not let him show us up there, and that's what we need to do for it. For the field goal there, we need to mostly block Will Lutz there so we can actually get Lutz the field goals there. Protect your kicker there. Special teams, you really need to protect your kicker, protect Will Lutz there, and mostly kicking the football there. So yeah, that's pretty much it on this. So, yep, comment, rate, more sponsors, choose Bills. We like love Bills. Please subscribe for the bonus from Super Bowls from Lessers. Go sponsors, choose Bills. Like out.